It's on? Woo! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode number 22 of Loose Ends with Robert Hernandez. I'm your host, Robert Hernandez. Thank you for joining me. Today we are joined by a special birthday girl, Mrs. Kirsten Constantino. Would you like to say a few words to the audience for your birthday? What? Yeah, it was your birthday, so would you like to say anything? How does it feel being 27 now?
I'd say it feels the same.
You haven't been in the room in a while I've done this, so it feels incredibly awkward right now. But yeah, so I felt like I just had to address you up front. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us today on today's episode of Loose Ends. I am here coming to you live from the usual place, not with the usual cast and crew. The entire family is in the room right now, and it's making me feel nervous, but we're going to have a good show regardless, so thank you guys for being here. And yeah, I have had a pretty busy last week or so, and yesterday I just chose to kind of relax and watch a Netflix show called Adolescence. And normally I can't really get into like British shows because, well, you know, the way they talk. But yesterday I felt like I was actually kind of able to put it aside just because the show was so good. I mean, like, it's kind of hard to like overlook like just how they talk. One thing I did notice is they don't say it's in my car, they say it's in me car. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not even how you actually say what you're supposed to what you're actually trying to say. And now I'm nervous because Kirsten's in here and I don't know how to do this when she's in here anymore because I haven't done this in about 15 episodes. But get in me car, you wanker. That's how they talk. Get in me car, you wanker. He's my damn son, isn't it? And it's like, Jesus Christ. Do you guys always have to talk like that? I get it. That's who you are. But, you know. Normally I can't get through shows that have British actors because it's just so unbearable to listen to. But that one was actually, that show Adolescence on Netflix, with the crazy little incel white kid that killed his classmate, is actually really good, and I highly recommend you watch it, but only if you can see past British accents because they're horrific. I don't know what to really do right now. I feel very weird because Kirsten's in here, so yeah, and she's not looking at me or anything, but it's just weird to have somebody in here when I'm doing this now because I'm not really used to doing it with anybody in the room anymore. Why did you decide to join me today?
Feel like you're a lonely guy. You're a lonely guy in this room just talking to yourself.
That's kind of mean. I didn't want to be called a lonely guy. I don't think I'm lonely.
No, I'm not saying you're lonely, like lonely. I'm just saying like maybe you can use like someone in the room. I don't know. So you're not like crazy and talking to yourself.
Well, now I know how she truly feels about what I do in here when I'm in here for multiple hours every week, and she thinks that I'm a crazy guy talking to his lonely self. So I'm glad that you finally told me exactly how you feel about the one thing I have in my life that actually I like. What do you mean? You used to have your own YouTube channel? Why'd you take it down?
It's still there.
What do you mean?
It's still there, but not for everyone's viewing.
So it's not there.
It's the channel is there. The proof is there, but not the videos because they don't need to see that. The people don't need to see that.
Yeah, Kirsten was a cringe content creator before cringe content creators were even a thing.
Yeah.
She made videos like get ready with me for blank, or what else? What other videos?
I made a video about like get ready with me for prom, and I wasn't even going to prom.
That's kind of sad. How old were you?
I was probably like a freshman. That's probably why. Like, what freshman goes to prom? Not many.
Whores. Freshman whores go to
That's
prom.
what I mean,
Freshmen's that fuck basically adult men go to prom, and everyone knows that. So I guess it's probably good that you didn't go to prom until you were a junior. Yeah. Prom's weird though. I think prom is one of those things that when you're younger, people really like hype it up. Like, oh my god, are you gonna go to prom? You're so excited. You should go to prom. Who are you gonna go to prom with? Somebody gonna ask you to prom? And then you get to prom, and it's just all the same people that you actually hate, and you're just in a different room. Uh, and you're dressed a little nicer than usual, so you're a little bit nicer to each other, but you still don't really talk to each other. You don't really dance, and you kind of just you just go to the place to look nice, take some photos, and you know but if you actually have a lot of fun, maybe something cool that could happen is like if you get drunk at a party after and then like you crash your car on the way home or something cool. That's pretty cool too. That does happen a lot, right? People go to prom, they go to after parties, and then they get in DUI accidents.
I didn't really hear much of that.
What do you
I
mean?
know that kids get drunk after prom, but I didn't know about the a bunch of them getting DUI tickets or whatever you call them.
Hmm. Well, I've heard a lot of stories about people that go to prom and get really drunk and then die. Um,
Yeah,
so
but you also partied more than I did.
yeah, you weren't really a partier. You still really aren't. It's impossible to get you to go pretty much most places.
That's a fucking lie. Why are you lying to people?
How am I lying to people?
I'm literally so much better now. I used to be bad, but now I think I'm pretty good. I can like sit down at a table full of strangers and talk to them no problem. That's growth. And that's what you need to tell the people.
Okay, so apparently I can't judge Kirsten for not being a party person because now she can sit at a table with people who she doesn't know and talk to them. So I guess we're making big steps.
Social skill, and not many people have it.
What? Being able to walk into a room and just talk to anybody?
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
Yeah, you have the skill to do it. I'm saying not everyone.
Well, I am everyone and everyone is me. That's the whole thing about the show, Honey Bunny, is that I'm trying to be as relatable as possible. So I have to talk about a wide variety of topics.
I know.
I have to talk
there's
about
some people who can't like sit at a table full of strangers and just talk.
Yeah, well, on Sunday night I threw up a bunch of shit, or Monday night I threw up a bunch of shit, and I'm wearing sunglasses again because my face looks like hell. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but I'm a very afraid guy when I start throwing up and my tummy gets weird. And what happened was on Monday night we went out for sushi and drinks for Kirsten's birthday, and I think I drank my last beer a little too fast. So something, I don't know if that's what it was, or maybe it was like the tater tots I ate at the bar, but something made me throw up. And I threw up so bad to the point where I think I like low key strained my rib. My rib's been kind of sore since Monday night or Monday morning. And or sorry, Tuesday morning. Yeah, Tuesday morning. My rib has been sore. I think it's because I was like convulsing. My body was convulsing so much trying to get all the vomit out of me that I think I actually hurt myself. And yeah, I've been in pain for the past 2 days, but I don't talk about it because, you just kind of have to wear it because I'm a man and I'm not allowed to talk about my feelings or whatever people say nowadays.
Who's telling you that?
The world, Honey Bunny. The world is telling me that I'm a man. I can't talk about my feelings. And that's why men feel like they're not heard. That's why men become incels. That's why men shoot up schools. That's why men do terrible things. Because when you feel unheard for your whole life, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you where this sends you up. This sends you up, at Big Five Sporting Goods, buying a shotgun. And, finally one day you just crack. And you've been waiting on the chance to use that shotgun, but you couldn't really work up the courage to go and walk into somewhere and do something terrible. But then one day someone just gives you the right look. They look at you like you're less than a germ, but somehow more than a molecule. And you go, you know what? I'm done being overlooked by society. I'm done feeling like I can't be heard. I'm done. And that's why men get angry. And some men are good at channeling anger. Some men do jujitsu and they like to wrestle and they get all sweaty and they fucking touch each other. It's kind of gay. I mean, any martial art is pretty gay if you really think about it. You're just trying to touch another man. But I can't fight, so who am I to say that? I fight with my words, I guess you could say. I'm a nasty guy. I can be nasty with words. I can be very nasty with words, and I have a witness right here that can tell you just how nasty I can be. But like I said, dude, it's not it's not that I don't want to talk about how I feel or that the world tells me that I can't talk about how I feel, but I think that when you're a man who talks about the way they feel, you automatically come off as like a complaining little bitch to most people. And I think that once you do that once or twice and you get a bad response, it's very hard for men to be like, yeah, I'm going to continue to express myself actually and be honest with people about what's going on in my head and how I feel, because once you actually do that, you step out into that light, people look at you differently. And it's one thing for a man to actually come out and be like, "Oh, this is how I feel, and I wish you would take me for what I'm saying and not, what you think I'm saying." But, you know, why'd you look at me like that?
I'm just looking at you. I can't look at you.
You can look at me. I just felt like I was saying something wrong when you did that.
I'm just looking at you.
It's hard having a person in the room, people. I'm used to doing this by myself. I'm used to just being able to talk and not feel like someone's judging me for what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're judging me. I'm just saying I feel judged. It's a me thing more than it is a you thing.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Well, I don't know if I believe that, but because women love to say things like that and be like, "Oh, we listen and we don't judge. We're so inclusive. We love everyone." And then you talk to a woman really, and she goes, "I fucking hate trans people. They should be fucking nuked." you talk to a woman one time, they go, "Well, like, I get it. They think they're women." Kirsten, please stop. Well, I get it. They think they're women, but like at the same time, it's like I'm actually a woman. So like what I think is actually more important than what that fucking lady thinks. But I love trans people because I love all people. I love Vietnamese, Cambodianese. That's what they were called, Cambodianese. No, but yeah, I was at work today and they gave us free food, which, I like free food, but you know what I also like? A raise. I think that'd be a lot. I think everybody that was standing in line for some free Korean fried chicken would have been a lot more happy if we were standing in line to receive just the tiniest amount of money that really means nothing because everything's getting more and more progressively expensive. But apparently it was employee appreciation day. So they bought us some they got some Korean fried chicken, and I guess it feels nice to be appreciated at work, but at the same time, like I said, I think it'd be much better if you guys were like, "Hey, the $3,000 we spent on chicken for you guys today, we're going to split that up and give it to you guys on a raise or whatever." I think everybody would appreciate that much more, but I don't run a business, so I don't know what it's about. But yeah, I am trying my hardest to not catastrophize my life and think that everything that I do is terrible and bad, because I have a very I'm very how do you say this? I'm always inclined to do that, and I'm inclined to think that everything in my life sucks and that, my job is terrible and but I've been trying this week to fight that feeling and just be, how do I say this without sounding like a fag? I'm just trying to, that saying that people post on their story where they go, "Control the things you or don't worry about the things you can't change. Control the things you can," or whatever. I don't know what the fucking quote. You know what I'm talking about? What is it? What's the cliche shit where they say what is it?
Focus on what you can control.
And let go of things that you can't?
Yeah.
Sure. Focus on things you can control and let go of things that you can't. And I'm trying to do that, dude. I'm trying, but it's hard. Because I scroll on Instagram and I see videos of people doing their morning routines, and they're like waking up at 4 a.m. They're fucking dunking their heads in water, and they're sprinting in a parking lot. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? This guy? What's his name? Ashton Hall, is that his name? Oh, you fucking wanker. God damn it, mate. You know this guy. Everyone's seen this video now. Kirsten, have you seen this video of this guy? Have you seen this guy?
No, he's not on my algorithm.
Why is there not strong, muscular black guys on your algorithm? Well, you're not on the same algorithm?
No.
All my algorithm is filled with dudes that look like this. And they're telling me that I need to start an online coaching business and that I can scale from eventually $5,000 to $20,000 a month.
Those are called MLMs, correct? Or no, what are those called?
What?
Or those are just called like pyramid schemes? Basically?
Why is it a pyramid scheme?
Because I don't know. I just seen someone fucking call it that.
No, I don't think it's a pyramid. You know what is a pyramid? This dude's shoulders. Look at this guy. He's fucking jacked. This is his morning routine, by the way. He's putting on Hermes slippers.
Fresh out of the box?
Fresh out of the box. Look, he's getting into a sprinter. Look at this. Wow. You haven't seen this guy?
No.
Everyone is fucking... I don't understand. The world is talking about this motherfucker. What?
He's not in my world.
I'm trying to figure out which video is the actual, is the original one. It's not this one. It's the one where he wakes up and he posts morning routine videos basically, and everyone is kind of making fun of him, but also kind of jealous of him. Cause I know people like to shit on this guy. Cause like, obviously, why would you not shit on this guy? Look at him. Like he's the greatest person apparently you've ever seen. Look at this. Look, I don't have a body like that. Okay. Nor am I a black guy. Nor does my hairline look like that. Okay? And I definitely don't have whatever watch he has on his wrist. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You do not need a fucking morning routine to be your best self. You do not need to be running in a vest. You do not need to be dipping your face in a bowl of Saratoga water and ice. You do not need to be doing that to be your best self. You know what you need to do? You need to trust your intuition. You need to focus on the things that you can control and let go of the things that you can't. No matter how early you wake up, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, you will never be this guy. You will never be this black. You will never be this buff. You'll probably never be this rich. You'll never live in a penthouse. Most of us will never live in a penthouse. And that's a reality that we need to come to accept. None of us will ever have a nice white lady packing a Louis Vuitton bag with our gym supplies, and then also having another well-dressed black guy outside of our door to carry our bag to our car. This is a life we don't understand. This is something that we are never going to attain, but it's something that we can strive towards. I know everybody wants a Rolls Royce. I don't even know if I'm on camera. Everybody wants a Rolls Royce. Everybody wants to be jacked. Everybody wants to get in a fucking helicopter and take off. R.I.P. And this guy, I mean, I know everyone's shitting on him because, you know, how do you not? But I just want to say that Mr. Ashton Hall, if you're listening to this, I think you're perfect the way you are. And people are going to judge you because you're using mouth tape. People are going to judge you. People are going to judge you because you put Rogaine on your goatee. Okay? And that's okay. Because look dude, you're winning in life. You're actually winning, and most of us are losing, and we're having a hard time accepting that we're losing, which is why we feel like we have to attack you in your comments. Like I don't remember the last time I woke up at 4 in the morning. 3 days last week I went to bed at 4 in the morning, but I can't tell you the last time I woke up at 4 in the morning. I do not remember. This is a perfect example of somebody that actually, sure, I'm sure this guy makes money making this content and shit, but at the same time, I'm not in the business of making content. I'm in the business of being myself, bro. Okay? And I can't sit here and compare myself to guys like this that have six packs and spend $40 on water to dip their face in. So I think to make myself feel better, I need to stop going on Instagram and scrolling through my feed because it makes me feel like I suck. Basically is the long-winded story. Or not story. The long-winded point I was trying to make is that, yes, I may not be him. I may not have nice dark nipples, okay? But I do have a point of view. I do have two lights, and I also have a camera and a microphone, and that's enough for me to be able to get my message out. And like I said, dude, I know. Right now, not many of you guys are here. But eventually, you guys will be here. Well, I mean, for the guys, for the people that are here, thank you. I don't want you to think I'm forgetting about you. I'm not focusing on the next yet. But You have to understand, people. I'm in the business of creating a show that really has no point. I was thinking about this last week because I saw a clip of Tom Segura on Joe Rogan talking about how, like starting a podcast in 2023 is so hard. You need to have an angle. And then I was sitting there, I was like, I don't have an angle. I don't have an angle. What's my angle? What's my thing? What's my hook? I have no hook. I'm just a guy in his room talking to his camera, right? Oh no. Okay. I don't have an angle. And I get it. I'm not very marketable. I don't have a strong jawline. I don't have a six pack. I'm just a degular guy. Okay. I have 2 dogs that annoy the shit out of me. And I have to try and navigate through my life. Be a normal person every day, and then also have to be this person that makes this show for you guys. And sometimes it does get hard. I mean, Kirsten sees a lot of it. You see how much I stay up and I push myself. I get home from work and I work more, and it's like, sure, I know some people watch this shit and go, wow, this guy's retarded. Why would you waste your time doing this? But at the same time, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about last week, where I feel like I don't have any other choice. I don't have any other choice. What am I supposed to do? Go back to school? For what? What the fuck am I going to go to school for? Kirsten told me today I need to go back to school for business administration, or I should go back to school for business administration. And when she said that to me, I said, but honey bunny. Well, I didn't say this to her, but in my head I said, I had a theoretical conversation with her in my head. I said, honey, look.
That's why you didn't respond.
Yeah, that's why I didn't respond, because I was like, I'm not going to go. I don't think I can go back to school.
It was just an option.
An option for what?
It was just a thought. It's just an option. It's just a suggestion. Why are you just silent?
What?
Why are you just silently looking at me?
I'm not looking at you.
Oh.
I was looking at her.
Yeah.
No, but Kirsten told me I need to go back to school because I was sitting there. I was at work, right? Okay, this is how my day goes. All right, Monday.
Don't use the word that you need. I didn't say you need to.
No. Sorry, you didn't say I need. You said maybe I should think about going back to school to get to get an associate's degree in business administration, right?
Yes, but you're not giving context on why I said that.
I'm about to give the context right now. The context is, let me give you a little rundown of how my week usually goes. Okay. Monday, I wake up, especially if Sunday was nice and I had time to plan my week out. I wake up highly motivated, ready to attack everything on the week. Okay. I go to work. My drive and motivation decreases by 20% on the first day, on Monday. I get home Tuesday, I'm tired, or I have to run errands, or I have to do something stupid. And by Tuesday, I go to work and I go, God, this is so boring and unbearable, but I have to be here because I get paid to do it, right? And then on Wednesday every week, I go, my life is terrible. I need to change everything about it. I can't keep doing this. On Wednesday of every single week, I go, my life is horrific. I cannot keep doing this to myself and making myself spend majority of my brain power focusing on things that don't really matter to me outside of the context of my job. And when I get in that mood, I always text Kirsten the same thing. I go, I'm sad. And I send the little emoji with the little, he's like this. And I said, I'm sad. And she goes, why are you sad? And I go, because I feel like I'm fucking useless. Or I say some stupid shit like that where I don't really mean it. But at the same time, it's like I definitely do mean it, because if I didn't, it wouldn't be in my head. And that's how we got to the conversation of, oh, well, maybe you should think about possibly going back to school to get your associate's degree. Right? Is that a fair way to tell the story?
I guess. I would say that you more so had an idea of what you would do. And so that's why I suggested what I suggested.
Yeah. I said I wanted to create vaccines and sell them for a lot of money, and she said I should go get an AA in business administration because I do want to work for Pfizer. And with that, this episode is brought to you by Pfizer. Pfizer is the number one maker of vaccines in the entire world. Thank you, Pfizer, for sponsoring this episode. No, I don't have sponsors yet, but I did feel a little weird earlier today when I posted a clip that I took from last week's episode, the first 5 seconds of last week's episode, where I said something along the lines of, "This episode is brought to you by Owala water bottles, Owala water bottles, the water bottle you buy when you want to fit in so bad. Owala, kill yourself." And it's not as funny when I say it without tone and context, but what I was thinking about after I posted that was just how funny it was that someone that works at Owala definitely saw that I tagged them in that post and clicked it and saw my video of me saying that. Hopefully somebody that works there saw that. I know they're not going to sponsor me. I'm not that crazy. But what I'm saying is, it's so funny that some like social media marketing person at Owala opened my reel, and I basically said that if you have one of their products, you should kill yourself. So I don't know how I thought that was going to get me a sponsorship, but you got to do unconventional things if you want to get unconventional results, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what I've been talking about all week to myself, like always. Honestly, it's so weird having you in here. I haven't had you in here in so long. Like, I don't even know what to do right now. I feel like I'm out of my element. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm being. What? Yeah, get the fuck out of the room right now, actually. Please. No, I'm just joking. The way she looked up and said, "Do you want me to leave?" No, I don't want you to leave. I was just joking. I just know this episode's going to suck. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay that it's going to suck, because there's going to be many more that are going to suck. No, people aren't going to say it sucks because you're in there. People are going to say it sucks because I'm clearly unprepared today and I'm just rambling on. But who knows? I might not even use this one. This is just to get my juices flowing. Okay, a little behind the scenes insider podcast talk for you real quick. I'm going to explain this to Kirsten because I don't even think she knows this. So most of the time, the episode that I end up posting is the second or third episode that I record.
You don't think I know that with how long you're in this room?
What?
You don't think I know that with how long you're in this room?
Well, because half of the time I'm in here, I'm just jerking off. But the other half of the time, I'm actually working and I'm focused and I'm locked in, as the kids say. I'm locked in, as the kids say. The kids say you have to be locked in. Do I look like somebody that's locked into you?
Mm-hmm. The glasses really.
Well, I just wear the glasses because they make me forget who I am, which is kind of cool. It's like a superpower when you're wearing. I need new glasses though, because I realized last week when I was editing that the branding on these is very obvious, and I'm not like ashamed to wear Quay glasses. I'm just saying it's a very big logo, but I don't know. I miss my old glasses. I think I left them in Mexico, huh?
No, they never made it to Mexico.
What do you mean they never made it to Mexico? Where were they then?
I don't know where you put your glasses. They didn't make them to Mexico.
Yeah, but I don't know. I have this thing where I get a lot of anxiety when I have to make a decision, and that could be like the biggest decision or even the smallest decision. Like, I freak out when, like, one thing I always tell Kirsten is, why, like, whenever we trying to figure out what to eat, I always go, why do I have to figure out what to eat? Because I hate having to be the person that goes, we're going to eat this, knowing that maybe she doesn't agree with it. But because I said it, she knows that I want it. So she's going to go, let's just eat it. And then I get in my head and I go, but wait, what do you want? And it's like, I don't want to be that kind of guy. I don't want to be so like fucking, I get so worked up about like small ass little decisions. And it makes me feel like sometimes I'm not as good at making decisions like that. Like even earlier this week, we were gonna go to dinner for your birthday, right? And I had reservations at a French place, and then like 3 hours before, I was like, but what if Kirsten doesn't want to eat this? And then I start looking at other reservations, and I spent like 3 hours of that day trying to figure out a backup reservation in case. And then we ended up going to a place where we didn't even need a reservation. We just walked up and got food. So I spent 4 hours of my fucking day that day freaking out about the fact that maybe Kirsten doesn't want to go eat snails and pasta at some fucking shitty French restaurant. Sorry.
Not shitty.
Great French restaurant. My bad. Not shitty. I got all worked up about it. And then it turns out that I get home. I go, hey, would you rather have French food or sushi? She goes, ooh, sushi. She said it like that too. Ooh, sushi. I want sushi. I was like, okay, we'll go get sushi then. And I spent 3 hours of my day that day fucking trying to figure out what we were going to eat and what we are going to do. I mean, I had the reservation for the other place before that, but it was like I knew in my head that we had already had pasta earlier in the weekend. Kirsten wasn't going to want to eat pasta again. And quite honestly, I didn't feel like going back to a super nice restaurant and feeling out of place again. Because last time we were there, we felt incredibly out of place.
Okay, I'm glad that we both felt that way.
What?
Because I was thinking the same thing too, like how you just feel out of place when you're there. It's just not a very like welcoming place for everyone.
Yeah. I catch your drift. I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, like it's the type of restaurant that you walk into and you overhear somebody talking about how they're going to they're going on a vacation to Bali or something. And you go, "Well, I've never been to Boston, so I'm not going to worry about you going to Bali or whatever." But I don't know. I'm trying to get better every day at little small things, but it's kind of exhausting and it's hard. And I can't imagine what it's like being the person who has to live with me. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm a terrible person to live with, but it just must be. Uh, what are your thoughts on living with me and knowing me the way that you know me?
What are my thoughts like of you as a person?
I mean, they don't have to be of me as I don't want you to air me out of like how bad of a person I am or what you're. I don't know what you're gonna say. You don't think I'm a bad person?
No, I think you're one of the very few men that I know who are like who pay attention to their feelings.
And that made me feel incredibly gay.
No,
Continue
but
though.
I feel
Continue though.
like that's why you're able to make something like this because not many people can just like sit down and just start talking about like what's going on in their head.
Yeah, that did make the first thing you said made me feel kind of gay, and then the second thing you said made me feel kind of schizophrenic. So, do you have anything that will not make me feel like I'm an asshole?
I think that you're a very funny person and you don't realize it. Like you know that you're funny, but then like when you have like days like today where you're like, I'm sad. You like,
100%.
you don't think you're
When
funny.
no, literally, I have
Shut
days. I have
up.
days. I have days where like something minor will happen. Like somebody will like say something wrong to me at the grocery store, and then I leave the grocery store and I go, they're fucking right. Everything I do is terrible and wrong. And then I just start spiraling. And then what actually happens is that, like I said earlier, this always happens in the middle of the week. And then normally the middle of the week is when I film this, and then it gets posted at the end of the week. And by Friday, when it's posted, I feel capable and funny and happy and great again. Right? Would you say? Do you notice that?
Yeah. Yeah, once you have your episode filmed, you're a chill guy.
I am a chill guy once I have my episode filmed, but the leading up to getting to the episode, I have to.
Through Wednesday, you're not a chill guy.
Monday through Wednesday,
You're
I
stressed
I
guy.
am baby Hitler.
Yeah.
Not killing Jews, but I'm baby Hitler in the sense of like I'm just like I'm like I'd be talking like that. But hey, you can't win them all, folks, and that's the message I'm trying to get across today. Sometimes you don't have a plan. Sometimes you don't feel capable. Sometimes you feel like the world is pitted against you, or maybe you're going against the world. Maybe you're going against the grain, and the world is flowing as it normally would. But sometimes you have to be able to take a step back, breathe a little bit, understand that yes, you're a human being that has feelings, and um, that you may feel down today, but you can't just wash everything away. You can't throw everything out the window. You have to be able to you have to be able to control. What is it? What is the saying?
Let me Google it so we can get that.
We got to get that right. Hold on. Control the fuck, what is it? Not focus on the things you can't control and let go of the things you can't.
It just says focus on what you can control, or always choose to focus on what is within your control.
Always choose to focus on what is within your control, right?
Yeah.
And fuck everything else.
Or just say focus on what you can control. That's literally all that it is.
Oh, focus on what you can control, peeps. I guess, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, that's right. And I'm trying, but it's hard when you're a little fat, chubby guy and you get sad sometimes when you look in the mirror, you know? Every time I say something like that, Kirsten makes a face and I just know that she goes, God, I hate this fucking guy. Can he fucking get over it already, this fucking pussy? No, you've never called me a pussy one time. But when I do feel like a pussy the most is like when last night when there's like a bug in the house and I have to like kill it and then like I get scared. I'm not scared of the bug, but it's just like I hate the pressure of having to deal with a bug.
Dude, you were so mad at me.
I was so
literally
pissed.
said 2 things to you, and then you just kept telling me to relax. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I think he's telling me to relax when he needs to relax.
Because you yelled as if you just
I did
watched
not
the fucking towers
yell.
fall again.
I did not yell. I went, and then
That's such a cap, bro. You literally said, "Ah!"
Oh
You
my
did
God,
that.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I went, and then I ran over to the living room, and then you said, what? And I said, there's a giant bug. And then you said, okay, relax, relax. And then you started running around the house fucking frantically trying to find the Swiffer so you can smush this bug.
And then I missed it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the bug with the Swiffer because it was like up in a weird place. And then I couldn't find him. So then that gave me anxiety because I'm sitting there like, where the fuck is this guy at? Is he going to crawl in my ear tonight? And then I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I said, Kirsten, hand me the bleach. And I fucking shot that guy in the head with some bleach, dude. And I just watched him fucking like that. That's how he died. He died like that. And on top of our fridge. He died. He was started shaking and shit. You know, like when roaches die and they flail all their arms at the same time. And it looks like they're trying to like moonwalk like that. That's what he did. But yeah, I guess I'm just a big, sad, gay retard. I don't know. Why are you shaking your head at me? Do not shake your head. You cannot come into my space, into my room our room. You cannot come into my recording space and judge me when I'm in
yourself by saying all those mean things about yourself.
All right, we're not going to get into that at all. we're not going to get into that at all. How dare you bring up that? You know what?
What?
You know what, lady?
What?
This is why I don't have you in here anymore.
Because I put you in check? When you're mean to yourself?
Yeah, I do appreciate it. I do wish that you were in here more often, but you're always so busy doing other stuff.
You don't invite me.
Bro, because you're loud, bro. You be fucking moving and shit.
I'm the one who I don't even want to talk. And you're over here addressing me as the first thing in the episode.
Bruh, how am I not supposed to address the one time
because other people, they don't get addressed. I feel like you don't know someone's in the room until like they ask them to like look something up.
Yeah, when Joe Rogan goes, Jamie, pull that up.
I don't even know he's in the room.
He goes, Jamie, pull it up.
So don't even address me.
He goes, Jamie, pull it up, please. He goes, I do not believe that 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust. Jamie, what's the real number? Pull it up. One of the dogs is asleep. The other one's looking at me like, I can't believe this guy's taking care of me for 5 years. Oh man. No, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. I don't know if this is gonna end up on the internet or not. It might, but it might also be terrible, and I'll listen to it tomorrow and I'll be the judge of that. But yeah, thank you for being here with us today. We're very glad to have you. I really appreciate if you made it this far. I know most of you guys turn it off around 12 minutes or whatever, but if you're still here, I love you with all my heart. I will kiss your pee-pee. I'll kiss your pee-pee. Sorry, that was kind of gay. I will not kiss your pee-pee, actually. I'm a straight guy. But what I will do is I'll tell you that you need to try and stay off the porn, and you need to stop jerking off, because that's the thing that's holding you back from being successful. You're busting your nut all over the shower, all over town, all over fucking Timbuktu. And what you really need to do is you need to harness that shit. You need to save that nut inside your balls, and you need to use it to propel you forward in your life. Whether you're trying to make more money, or you're trying to get a new job, or you're trying to actually put yourself out there, maybe get a girlfriend. I got to say, one of the most inspiring things I've seen all year is I have a friend in my life who, when I met him, he was a sad guy, right? He didn't feel like there was what's the point of taking care of myself? What's the point of buying new clothes? What's the point of going and getting something good to eat, right? But here we are, less than a year later, my man's got a girl, and now all of a sudden he's buying new pants, and he's going on vacation, he's doing all this stuff. And what that kind of brought into my head, or what that made me think, was like, wow, if you don't feel like your life is worth shit, then you're not going to put in the work that will eventually lead to your life not being shit. But if you actually get a little glimmer of hope every day, whether that be a partner, right? A girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife. For some people, it could be a dog. For some people, it could be a hobby. For some people, it could be, literally anything. But you just need something to look forward to, right? And I think for a lot of people right now, it's very hard to feel like there's something to look forward to, especially if you're, if you're Palestinian. How are you supposed to look forward to anything when there's Benjamin Netanyahu's dropping bombs all over you? But sorry, I can't get over the Israel thing. I just think it's look, love Jews, right? Love them. Don't like Israel. And that's all I have to say about that. And hopefully somebody at my job doesn't hear this and sends it to my boss. But if they do, maybe I'll be able to file like a wrongful termination suit and get some money out of it or whatever. But because really, I'm doing this in my free time, and this is not subject to judgment in my workplace. But I do get very afraid of that. I do get very afraid. Once I found out that people at my job knew about this, I was like, oh, fuck.
I don't think they take it like serious though. Like you're gonna you actually mean everything you say. I think it comes across as you're joking.
Do you think so, actually? Or do you think that because you know me?
Well, from my experience of you around your coworkers, I think they understand that you're joking.
Yeah, but the coworkers that I hang out with aren't the ones that I'm worried about being like angry. I'm worried about like the ones that
So
like
then the other people don't really matter.
they don't matter. Thank you. They don't matter. They do not matter. Exactly. That's the point I was trying to get across, actually. Nothing matters. And I woke the dog up, but I'm sorry, Cheeky. I woke the dog up, but when Kirsten said that, it just occurred to me that that's the point I've been trying to make all along. And that the point is, it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters. You think people are watching you. You think people care about your life. You think anybody really gives a fuck? No. Everybody's too wrapped up in their own shit. Why would anybody care that I record a stupid podcast once a week and post it? They have there's bigger fish to fry. Right?
They're focusing on what they can control.
Exactly. Boom. Thank you. Exactly. They are focusing on what they can control. And that's what I'm trying to do.
And do it.
It's hard. I need to focus more.
Yeah.
I need to do more focusing on what I can control and let go of what I can't. But I don't know. It's been about 45 minutes, so I'm going to turn this off now and probably come to the decision that I'm going to re-record tomorrow, but it's all in it's all in the love of the game, right? Oh, we're definitely going to eat some spaghetti. Shouts out my neighbor Shay. I know Shay listens, so
She does.
yeah, I know. Shouts out Shay. You got the best spaghetti on the block. Dude, she saved our ass today. We were going to have to cook dinner, right? And I was at Costco and Kirsten texted me, wait, don't buy chicken. I'm like, why don't I buy chicken? She goes, Shay made us mac and cheese. And I said, what the fuck are we going to eat with mac and cheese, though? And then come to find out, it was actually spaghetti, and it's the best spaghetti. So, Shay, if you're listening to this, I would love for you to do my makeup on the next episode. How funny would that be? I come in like a drag or whatever. No, I would never do that. I'm not gay. But yeah, I hope you guys have a have a good rest of your night and day, and I hope that tomorrow you get to wake up and you get to focus on the things that you can control. Right?
Yes.
Kirsten, do you have any closing arguments or closing words that you'd like to give to the people? I would think they would really appreciate to hear something from you.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's not pressure. You don't
I'll
have.
come back next week with something. How about every week I just come with an interesting question, and then they can answer it in the comments.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, we'll come back next week, guys.
Well, next week might be tomorrow.
Okay, then see you tomorrow.
She doesn't know how to do this. Like, she says everything as if she's talking inside of a car by herself. Like, you have to understand people are listening, Bubba.
Well, sucks.
People are listening, and that sucks, I guess. With that, I'll sign off. Please watch on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube, I guess. I hate saying that. It makes me feel so fucking like love me, you know? Love me. Please love me.
But you do want them to love you.
I don't want them to love me. I just want them to see me. I feel like when you want your fan base to love you, that you're setting yourself up to really let them down. And I think that the way that I have always approached this show from the beginning is just trying to reiterate to you guys that, yes, I do appreciate that you listen, and I do always think about how it's going to come out for you. I always think about what the end product is, but I don't base my decisions as a creative or I hate calling myself a creative. Someone shoot me. I don't base my decisions as a creator off of how I feel like you guys are going to react to it. I think I try to do the things that I feel like are the best things to do on that particular day, and I trust in the fact that, you know, people will take it for what it is, or some of you guys might not like it, some of you guys might love it. And I have to understand that this is a long road, and it's not a journey that is for many people. It's not very easy to do this all the time, right?
Sorry,
You're what?
I'm multitasking.
What are you multitasking?
I'm making some graphics.
What are you making?
Graphic. If anyone out there has their ears pierced, head to mushbottega.com and check out the hardware options graphic that I'm currently working on.
Okay. This episode is brought to you by Mush Bottega. Shop all the earrings and necklaces and other fun stuff on the website. URL is mushbottega. Is it 2T or 2G? 2 T's. Mushbottega.com. Go buy some earrings for your fucking thing. Go get some fucking piercings. Go get your nipples pierced and put a fucking charm on that shit. Yeah, go get your belly button. Kirsten wants to pierce my belly button because she says I have a very pierceable belly button because of this real estate right here. You see it? It's like she says that I have a good. Oh, you can't?
There you go.
Okay, this is my pierceable belly button. Apparently, she says it's super pierceable because, as you can see, I can like hook it a little bit, and I think I could fit 2 or 3 piercings right here. Honestly, what do you think?
I think so.
So who knows? Maybe when I hit 100 episodes, I'll pierce my belly button. That's gonna take like a year and a half, though. So.
You never know.
What do you mean? I never know what. Okay. I guess she's right. But yeah.
What if you post multiple episodes in like
a week?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I think I'm just afraid that I would be annoying to people. But I also understand that, like, okay, I heard somebody on Instagram talking about this, how like when you're posting something on Instagram and you feel like people are watching it, but they're not really like fucking with it, like that that's okay. Like not everyone is going to immediately just like love the things that you're making or like really like gravitate towards them, I guess. But really it's just more so about the consistency of right.
Yep.
And I want to be more consistent, but it's just like hard because I have like a life outside of this. Like if I could just stay home every day and just like record, I would post 4 times a week, but I can't. So it's like I wish that were the case. I've tried earlier or last month, I tried to do 2 in a week and I think I did really good, but it's just about keeping the schedule of recording on a certain day, editing, posting, and then doing that again at a second time in the week. It's just kind of a lot for one person. So I've talked to a couple people about possibly hiring an editor that would edit the shit for me. So all I would have to worry about is making it. But that costs money and you know, money is not money's not something I'm really willing to spend on the show at the moment, I guess I'll say, right? I don't know. I feel like this whole thing sucked, but hey, look.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think you were more yourself because you had someone in the room.
So you think that when there's nobody in the room that I'm lying to everybody by
No.
not being who I am?
I don't think you're lying.
No, I'm not lying, but I'm saying like in the
You're just not as comfortable.
but I feel like but I'm not as comfortable in what way? Because I feel like I wasn't as comfortable, but maybe you're seeing it differently. Can you explain? Like, can you explain in what way I?
It's like having customer service voice.
What?
It's like having a customer service voice,
Uh-huh.
and like you have like a video like face, like
Oh, I do definitely have video
that's
face.
what I mean.
So the glasses help.
Yeah.
So should I keep wearing glasses?
Yes.
But I think my eyes are a very redeeming quality about myself. So I get sad.
Looking that close to your eyes though.
Why aren't you looking into my eyes? Look into my eyes. Look behind my eyes. Look through me. I don't know. This probably won't get used, but if it does, it might just be audio. Maybe I'll just post a bonus episode. What do you think about that? Do you think? Because I thought about this in the future too, or like in the past. Sorry, one video episode a week, one audio episode a week. The audio one would be longer. Because I think on audio only, I'm even more comfortable. What?
Yeah, no one's watching because you're not in front of the camera.
Yeah. And also, Kirsten brought up this idea to me too, because from the beginning, this whole thing was supposed to be like a documentation of me, like kind of going about my journey into eventually, hopefully. Sorry, I don't know why I do that. This whole thing from the beginning was meant to be a way for me to look back on and keep tabs on the journey of me eventually becoming a comedian, right? And Kirsten had this bright idea where maybe I could start posting bonus stuff, like bonus content on Patreon, right? And charging like $1 a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Probably 5 is the maximum, right? And what was your idea? Basically like post sets.
Sets, like just like fun episodes that aren't just podcasts or like food podcasts, like if you cook something or like if we go try something new, like it could be a podcast in the car.
Yeah, I think that would be fun too. I've always wanted to do an episode in the car. I think that'd be cool. We just don't go on long enough drives, I guess. No, we definitely can, of course. Yeah. But I don't know, man. This shit is all just a work in progress. I know that it seems not very cohesive sometimes, and there's not really a story for you guys to follow, but I'm getting better at it every week, and that's how I keep myself going, right? yeah. But yeah, it's a little bit of a different episode. Subscribe on YouTube, like the video, leave a comment. Get the audio podcasts on Apple or Spotify or wherever the fuck you get them. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I love you with all my heart. Kirsten, say goodbye.